Well, we've been speaking about it for a number of days, a number of weeks on here. If you want to get your news, you get it here. There is not an African FIFA World Cup qualifying story worth listening to if you've not heard it on here. But breaking news, South Africa have been officially deducted 3 points by FIFA. It's blown open Group C. That's wide open. It's also blown open the second place rankings. All the other African teams have been given a huge boost, not just in this group, but in the other groups as well. This is a huge bombshell. Nigeria, from absolutely nowhere, they've stunk the place out. They've got 2 wins out of 8. They've got the same number of coaches as wins in this group. They could now be going to FIFA World Cup 2026 from absolutely nowhere. It is astonishing. FIFA have said they have sanctioned the South African Football Association for having fielded an illegible player, Teboho Mokoena. Now, we know he shouldn't have played, and I think the SAFA have accepted generally that he shouldn't have played. It's an administrative error, 2 yellow cards, but still played, and they've just admitted they'd forgotten, and that's fair. What the South Africa appeal, and I'm sure they'll go to the Court of Arbitration for Sport and appeal, I don't think they're going to have much luck though with that, is that was the appeal lodged in time and who was doing it? That's the key elements, but I can't see this getting overturned. They've said in the South Africa versus Lesotho match, played on the 21st of March 2025, blah, 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 they've broken the rules. Consequently, they've declared the match in question to have been forfeited by South Africa. It's a 3-0 loss. It's a 10,000 fine and also issuing Teboho Mokoena with a warning. So they've got 10 days to appeal that. Of course, we're going to have to wait for that. I mean, of course, there's no certainty of the 3 points going, I guess, until that appeal has been dealt with, because if that is an accepted and approved appeal, they'll get the 3 points back. But in terms of the table, it's Benin that lead the way, and what people have forgotten is not only do South Africa lose the goals they scored in the win, they also get 3 goals taken off them, because it's not just a loss, it's a 3-0 loss. It's pointless in terms of Lesotho, because Lesotho aren't going to go to FIFA World Cup 2026. I'll tell you that now for a fact. Give Lesotho as many points as you want, they're still not going to make it. And they're also South Africa's best buds and play most of the games there themselves. So Lesotho still on 9 points, still in 5th. But you've now got 3 points separating 1st to 4th. Benin, from absolutely nowhere, they took 6 points in the last set of matches. They lead the way by 1 goal. They've got +4, 14 points for Benin. South Africa now find themselves in the 2nd place spot, and I do think the pressure from Benin had a lot to do with this, and Gernot Rohr will go to Nigeria on match day 10 in an attempt to get revenge on Nigeria, the nation that sacked him. So Benin on 14, South Africa on 14, Nigeria on 11, and even Rwanda on 11 points. What an unbelievable opportunity for Adel Amrouche, their Algerian coach. This is extraordinary. And now, with the 2nd place teams, South Africa on 14 points. As of right now, it's not a huge amount. It's not a huge amount. South Africa are going to have to win both games, probably outscore Benin, and hope Benin don't win both. Now, let's take a look at the fixtures. I think we're going to have to park that if it's a 3 points taken or not. They've taken them, and very rarely are they going to issue them back. They took 6 points from Equatorial Guinea for fielding Emilio Nsue, who's since been playing for them again, but they still took the 6 points off of them. So I don't think South Africa are going to get those points back. Benin lead the way. The good news is, from a South African point of view, is that Nigeria play Benin. Now, I know Nigeria have stunk the place out in terms of their performances in this group, but they play Benin, and that is a huge opportunity for Benin to drop points. South Africa know what they've got to do. They've got to beat Zimbabwe, and they're playing Zimbabwe away, but that game could well be played in South Africa, waiting for official confirmation on that. And then they host Rwanda in match day 10. So if South Africa take the 6 points, you're looking at Benin. What are Benin doing? Well, Benin have got 2 away games, and that's not going to be easy. They've got Rwanda away, but Nigeria away. And with Nigeria hearing this news, they're going to be up for it as well. I don't think Benin are going to beat Nigeria away. I think they're probably going to lose that game. So South Africa might just about get away with it purely because Nigeria face Benin on match day 10. That's what's going to be crucial, because even if South Africa won both games, if Benin also won both games and they had a better goal difference, Benin would get the top spot. We're talking about South Africa, we're talking about Nigeria, but it's Benin now that lead the way. Rwanda, they're going to be wanting to get in the mix. They play Benin as well. So it's not going to be straightforward. It's not going to be a walk in the park for the Squirrels, or whatever Benin are called this time of year. And Nigeria know that they've got to win both games after they've been really poor. They're playing Lesotho away, again, which is more than likely not going to be played in Lesotho. And then they host Benin in match day 10. So when you look at the table now and you look at what's going on, I think South Africa will just about still get the first place, and Nigeria will get the second, because if Nigeria beat Benin and Nigeria can hold a better goal difference than Benin, they'll get the second spot. And even then, Nigeria, I mean, 17 points is the most points they can get. Is 17 points even going to be enough for a second place team? You've got to be the top 4 second place team. So I think South Africa just about get over the line. I think Benin with 2 away games, Rwanda away and Nigeria away, they'll play their hearts out with Steve Mounier and Hatonji and all those guys. I don't think it'll be enough. And I think South Africa will just about nick that first spot. And I think Nigeria, from nowhere, the Super Eagles will fly into second. But let's say Nigeria takes 17 points. I think they will. I think they'll beat Lesotho, and I think they'll beat Benin at home. But I don't know if 17 will be enough to get second. Benin, let's say they beat Rwanda away, which is a tough assignment, and lose to Nigeria. That's Benin also on 17. But of course, South Africa then, in that situation, would only need 4 points to take the top spot, a win and a draw, or 2 wins. South Africa to beat Zimbabwe, I think they will. And then the last game at home, I think South Africa 4 points is going to be what's needed, assuming Nigeria beat Benin. And I think they'll take that. I think it's still very much in their hands. They're going to feel very hard done by, because on the pitch they did everything right. I still think they didn't need to play Mokoena to beat Lesotho. I get it if it was going to miss the Nigeria game, it's a huge blow. You didn't need to play Mokoena in that game. South Africa would have been more than comfortable against Lesotho without Mokoena in that team. So it's a shame. And Benin going to top. I don't want to see Benin go to the World Cup personally. I think they wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't be a good representative of Africa. I'd like to see South Africa or Nigeria get the spot. I do wonder if Nigeria are going to have to win both and hope other teams in other groups lose points if they sit in second. And of course, we're still waiting on the CAF decision on what's going to happen with the second place teams because of Eritrea withdrawing in Group E, where Niger, Tanzania and Zambia are at a disadvantage in that group. So we've still got that can of worms to open as well. And of course, South Africa are not going to lose too many points in that situation because they're hoping to be a first place team. But again, if Nigeria go and beat the team that finishes last a couple of times, which could be Lesotho, it could still be, it could be God knows who in this group, Zimbabwe. It's going to get complicated. The calculators will have to come out, but the bottom line is this. I know I've waffled on a little bit. South Africa have lost 3 points for fielding Mokoena when he should have been suspended in that FIFA World Cup qualifier. Benin go top on goal difference by 1 goal. South Africa in second, behind by 1 goal in the same points on 14 points each. Nigeria and Rwanda sit third and fourth on 11 points each. All 4 of those teams could not only still get second, but could still get first place. This group's been mad. It's been led by Lesotho. It's been led by Rwanda. It's been led by, well, not Nigeria, but you know what I mean. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you make of this huge bombshell news that South Africa have lost 3 points? It's good news for Nigeria, but it's Benin who've just been quietly going about their business like the little squirrel trying to find their nuts in the wilderness that go into first.